In the previous tutorial, we have learned how to create walls, windows and doors. Now in this tutorial, we will create plinth, slab, parapet wall, stairs and ground. So let's start. We will be projecting plinth by 100 distance outside the walls. So we will locate those points at the gap of 100 distance. For that, click here on tape measure tool. Then click on this line, take your cursor in this direction and specify gap of 100, enter. Then same way on this line, take outside in the red direction and specify gap of 100, enter. Orbit it, click on this line, take your cursor in this direction, again 100, enter. Same way on this side, enter. Then click here on rectangle, specify first point on this intersection point, take your cursor on this side and click on this intersection point, orbit it, press spacebar, then double click on this rectangle to select it, then right click and click on make group, then double click to edit group, click on push pull, click on this rectangle, take your cursor below, specify a height of 600, enter. Press spacebar, then zoom here. Then we will need one more reference of 100 from this wall. Click on tape measure tool, click on this line, take your cursor in this direction, specify gap of 100, enter. Then we will have to create steps here. For that, click on this line, take your cursor in this direction, then specify here 240, press enter, then press spacebar. Then to copy this guide, click here on move and click on this guide, take your cursor in this direction. To create copy, press Ctrl once, then ensure that you are in red direction and specify gap of 240, enter. Then we want two more lines, that means total we want 3 lines. For that, type star and type 3, press enter. So it has created 3 copies. Then we will need one more guide passing through this point. So click on this guide, then press Ctrl to copy, then click on this endpoint, then press spacebar. Then we will have to cut this portion. For that, click on rectangle, specify first point here and specify second point here. Then we will need to cut these steps also. For that, click on this intersection point and this intersection point and create all of these rectangles by clicking on these intersection points. Press spacebar, zoom minus, then click on push pull, click inside this area, take your cursor below. Once it shows on face, click there, so it will cut that portion. Then click on this rectangle, take your cursor below, specify height of 450, press enter. Then click on this rectangle, take your cursor below and specify height of 300, press enter. Click, take your cursor below, height of 150, enter. Press spacebar to stop push pull command. Then to remove these guidelines, click here on edit and click on delete guides. Then I don't want these lines, so select these lines and press delete button on the keyboard. Orbit it, pan it. For pan, press shift, press middle mouse button and drag the mouse. Zoom there and remove these lines also. Select it and delete it. Then here also one more line, delete and orbit it. So this plinth is ready. Click outside to come out of the group. Then I don't want these guidelines also. Again click on edit, click on delete guides. Then next is to create this slab. Again click on rectangle, specify first point here and specify second point here. Then press spacebar, double click on this rectangle, right click on make group. Then click on push pull, click inside this rectangle. Now it is not push pulling this rectangle because we are outside the group. So press spacebar and double click on this rectangle. So we will enter inside the group. Then click on push pull, click inside this rectangle, take your cursor above and specify height of 150, enter. Press spacebar. Then I want to project this portion outside. For that we will have to create one line here. Click on line, click on this end point and click on this on edge point. Press spacebar, click on push pull, click on this rectangle, take your cursor away and specify depth of 2100, enter. So this slab is also ready. Press spacebar, click outside. Then next is to create parapet wall. To create parapet wall we will make copy of this slab. Select this slab, click on move. Then base point will be this bottom end point or this corner of group. Click and press Ctrl to create copy and click on this endpoint in group. Press spacebar. Then click on zoom extents. Click outside. Then click on offset. Click inside this shape. Again I will have to enter in the group. Press spacebar. Double click. Click on offset. Click on this face. Then take your cursor towards this red dot and specify offset of 300. Enter. Press spacebar. Then we will have to cut this portion. For that click on push pull, click inside, take your cursor below and specify depth of 150. Enter. Then click on this shape, take your cursor above. Now we already have height of 150 and we want total height of 750. Therefore we will specify here 600. Press enter. Press spacebar, click outside. So this parapet wall is also ready. The next is to create support columns here. For that orbit it, zoom there, click on rectangle, click on this end point, take your cursor inside. We will take length of column as 400, then comma, then width as 300. Enter, press spacebar, then double click to select it, then right click, make group. Then double click to edit group. Click on push pull, then zoom there and click on this rectangle, take your cursor below and click on this end point. Press spacebar, click outside. Then we will need one more copy here. For that select this column, click on move, then click on this origin in group, press Ctrl and click on this end point. Press spacebar, click outside. So these columns are also ready. Then next is to create stairs. Now here this height is 600, this is 3000 and this is 150. That is total height is 3750 and we want riser of 150. That means 3750 divided by 150, that means it will be 25. So we will have to create 25 steps. So we will create 13 steps vertical, then we will give landing and again we will give vertical steps and again one more landing. Click on line, then zoom in empty space, specify first point, take your cursor above on blue axis and specify height of 150, enter. Take your cursor inside on green axis, specify depth of 240, enter. Press spacebar, Then select these two lines, click on move, specify base point at this bottom endpoint, press Ctrl and click on this endpoint. Now we want here 13 steps, so type star 13, enter. So here 13 steps are created, but actually we have given 13 and we already had one. That means these steps has become 14. So we will make it 12, enter. Now these steps has become 13. Press spacebar, then click on tape measure tool, click on this endpoint and click on this endpoint. Then zoom there, click on this guide, take your cursor below, don't go in this direction, take it below. So it will be perpendicular, then specify gap of 50, enter. Then click on lines, then click on this endpoint, take your cursor in this direction, then click on line, then pan it below, then track this endpoint and click on this line. Click on this endpoint, press spacebar, then click on edit, delete guides, zoom minus, then create group. For that select all these objects, right click on make group, then double click to edit the group, then click on push pull, click inside this shape, take your cursor on this side, specify length of 1000, enter. Press spacebar and click outside. We will create railing pipes here. For that click on circle, specify center point, take your cursor away and specify radius of 20. Press enter, press spacebar, zoom there, then click on push pull, click inside the circle, take your cursor above, specify height of 750, enter. Zoom minus, press spacebar, then triple click to select complete rod, then right click on make group, click on move, zoom at the bottom, then click on this endpoint in group, zoom minus and put it here on this midpoint. Click on this endpoint and we will place it at alternate position. Press Ctrl to create copy, then click on this endpoint. We will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rods. For that type star 6 and press enter. Press spacebar, then select all these rods by pressing Ctrl. So we will combine all these rods in single group. Right click on make group, click. Then we want same on the opposite side. Again click on move, then take your cursor below. Actually we will need point from this side, so orbit it, and actually we want to copy this. Press spacebar, click, then click on move, then again select this endpoint in group, then press Ctrl for copy and click here on this midpoint. Press spacebar, click outside. So here it got copied properly. Orbit it. We will need one more on the opposite side, so we will just copy it and rotate it. Select all these objects, click on move, specify base point, press Ctrl for copy, take it in empty space and click. Press spacebar and click, pan it, zoom there, select all these objects, click on rotate, click on this midpoint, click on red axis. Then take your cursor on this side and You can also key in here 180 degree. Right now I have there 180, so I will just click there, press spacebar, click outside. So this opposite side is ready, but on this opposite side we will need 12 steps because we want total 25. So these are 13, these are 13, we want 13 plus 12. That means we will have to cut one step. Suppose we will cut this bottom step. For that, double click on the steps to edit the group, then click on lines and create one horizontal line. Press spacebar, click on push pull, click on this shape, then take your cursor on this side. Once it shows offset limit to -1000, click there, so it will cut it. Press spacebar, click outside. Then we don't want this rod, so just double click, select it and delete. Click outside. Same way on the opposite side, double click, select it and delete. Click outside. Here we will need landing of 1000 by 2000. Just orbit it, zoom it, double click, click on push pull, click on this face, take it outside, specify distance of 1000, enter, then orbit it, then click on lines, create one vertical line, click on endpoint, click on edge, click on push pull, click on this face, take it outside and specify length of 1000. Enter, press spacebar, click outside. So this landing is created. And we want these steps on this point. So just select these steps. Before that, actually we will not need these pipes on this side because wall is there. So select these pipes and delete. Select these objects, click on move, select this endpoint and click on this endpoint. Press spacebar, click outside. So here steps, landing, steps, and we will need one more landing of 1000 size here. Double click, push pull, click on this face, take it outside and 1000. Enter, press spacebar, click outside. We will place it there. Then we will create these pipes. Select all these objects, click on move, select this endpoint, pan it, and we will match it with top line of the slab. So orbit it and see that it is not falling with any window. Take it inside and click. Press spacebar, click outside. So it has been placed properly. Then to create these pipes, double click on this pipe to edit this group. Select this pipe, click on move, then zoom there and select this endpoint. Press Ctrl for copy and click on this endpoint. Then in between we want two more pipes. That means total pipes will be 3. So to specify those filling pipes, you will have to type here / and 3. Press enter. Then again copy this pipe. Click on this endpoint. Press Ctrl and click on this endpoint. Okay, that point is not correct because pipe is coming outside. Press spacebar, select this pipe, click on move, then properly select this endpoint, press Ctrl, pan it, zoom it and place on this endpoint. Then again Here we want total 4, so type / and 4, enter. So here 4 pipes are created. Press spacebar, click outside, then here. So before that we will have to create one opening here. For that, double click on this parapet wall, click on lines, click on this endpoint and here. Then click on this endpoint and on this line. Press spacebar, click on push pull, click inside this face, take it inside and click on face. Press spacebar, then select this face and delete. Select this line and delete. Click outside. So this opening is created properly. Then to copy these railing pipes, double click on this pipe, then select this pipe, click on move, select this corner, press Ctrl, click on this endpoint. Then we want total 3 / 3, enter. Then zoom here, take your cursor on this pipe and click on this corner, press Ctrl and click on this endpoint. Then again / 3, enter, zoom minus, press spacebar and click. So these vertical pipes are ready. Then this connecting pipe. For that, zoom here, click on lines, then take your cursor on this circle and click on this center in group. Take your cursor on circle and click on center. Take your cursor on circle and click on this center point. Again take your cursor on this circle and click on center in group. Press spacebar. So this line is ready. Then this line. Click on lines. Take your cursor on this circle. Click on center in group. Circle and center in group. Same way here. Then here. Take it below in pink direction, that is extend edge. Click, press spacebar on this bottom pipe. Click on lines. Take your cursor on this circle, take it inside, click at center. And click on the center of top pipe. Okay, we will extend it outside in pink direction. Press spacebar. Then zoom here. So we will create here one arc. Click on arcs. Click on this point. Specify second point for arc. Then take your cursor here on green axis and click. Press spacebar. Select this line and delete. Select this line and delete. So here this bend is created. Zoom here. Click on circle. Specify center point on edge. Then take your cursor away. Then specify radius of 20. Enter. Actually it is smaller, so again we will put 20. Press enter. Now it is updated. Press spacebar. Then we will copy this circle on other line also. Double click on this circle. Click on move. Click on this intersection point. Press Ctrl for copy. And we will place here on edge. Press spacebar. Then to create this rod, click here on follow me. And if you don't have this toolbar, just right click on any toolbar and click here on large tool set. So this is large tool set. Just click on it, so it will display it. Click on follow me. Click inside this face. Then just orbit it. and try again. Click inside this face, take it outside, then follow it on this line, pan it and take it below and click. Same way here, click on this circle, follow the line, pan it, zoom minus, pan it and click. Press spacebar. Then I want to take it outside, so click on push pull, zoom there, click on this face, take it outside, then specify here 200 and enter. Same way on this side, click on this face, zoom minus and click on this endpoint. Press spacebar, click on zoom extend. So these railings are also ready. Then next is to create ground. For that, click on tape measure tool, click on this line, take your cursor in green direction. Suppose here I will specify 5000, enter. Follow the same procedure for all the four sides, 5000, enter. Click green direction 5000, enter. Click 5000, enter. Press spacebar, then click on rectangle, specify first point, specify second point. Press spacebar, orbit it. We will create group of this top pipe also. Just triple click to select all the pipe, right click, make group, triple click, right click, make group. Then for colors or materials, click here on materials, then click here, click on colors, then from here we will choose this color C01 and we will apply it to slab and these vertical columns. Then we will choose this color 08 and we will apply to this plinth. Then we will choose this color 03 and we will apply to this parapet wall. Then again this color 01 to these steps. Then again click on this arrow and click on metal. Then click on this steel brush stainless and click on these pipes. So as there is a group, it is very easy to apply the material to the group. Press spacebar, then again click here, click on landscape fencing, click on this grass light green and click on this ground. Press spacebar. Then remove these guidelines, click on edit, delete guidelines, and to view the sky, click here on tiles, then select this default tiles, scroll it down and I will choose this simple style. Now after this also it is not showing me sky. For showing the sky you will have to be in perspective view. So click on this camera, click on this 2-point perspective, pan it above, zoom there. Suppose I will orbit it. So that's all. In the next tutorial we will create some rooms on the terrace, then we will place compound wall and gate, and we will add some beautification features also, and we will also make roof. So that's all. Thanks for watching. We will stop here.